What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lockpicking Central. I'm JD, and today, as promised, I'm going to show you all of the new awesome tools that I have ordered and gotten in the mail. If anybody can guess what this one is, you'll get a cookie. I'm waiting. Okay, and this is a bump hammer from Sparrows. So basically how this works is you'd have your bump keys and you just put this back a little bit and boop, and it just bumps, boop. It's a lot easier than having to try to like jiggle it around. So this is a bump hammer. I'll show you what goes along with that here. So this is also from Sparrows. This is Sparrows lock picks. Everything in this pouch did not come in this pouch. I just saw the pouch and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. So what did come in this pouch, not these, is these guys. So we're gonna go over that in a minute. But these are also from Sparrows, as you can see. These are the bump keys. So you have different kinds of keys here for different locks and everything like that. These are your basic set of house keys like Schulage and stuff like that. So basically how this works, let's just pick this random key. This would be in the lock, and let's see the best way to do this. I guess would be something like this. So this would be in the lock like this, and you would be over here, and this is basically going to end up bending back and go pop, pop, pop. So it's basically bumping this key up and going boop, 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 bumping the key into pins in there. As you can see here, it's got, you know, your basic deep set, so it should be able to hit everything. All right, so that's that. That's your bump hammer and my bump keys. And let's go back to this pouch since we're already here. And got two of them here. Okay, this is the warded set, the warded pick set. Unfortunately, I don't have any warded locks right now, but I will have some in the future, so I decided to get this. These were also from Sparrows, as you can tell. These guys are great. I suggest you go check them out. They have some awesome stuff there. And here we go. Anybody know what these are for? Get another cookie if you do. That's right. These are for wafer locks. So here's your wafer set. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Also from Sparrows. I love these guys. They have some of the best made lock picks and locks and everything like that. So this was a nice actually case that both of these came in. I threw that in there too because it just fits. I mean, it's a really nice case. They just give it to you when you buy this, so that's pretty awesome. All right, so and I'm going to do the resistance. This is something that I have needed for quite a while. Make it easier to film instead of holding the lock here. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. So here it is. This is cheap tabletop vise. It actually suction cups here with this little lever here. You can't see it. This little lever here. So you just push that lever down, and I can lift this whole table up with this. So you got your normal regular vise here, except it does have rubber grips on there. It does have steel also, but it has these nice rubber ones here. So this is going to make it a lot easier to film, so I don't have to hold my lock when I'm trying to do it. I can actually just have this, hold it, and throw a lock in here like so. Let's use this clear practice lock real quick. Come on now. There we go. So, no, it didn't work. So there we go. Just makes it easier, so that way I can move this around so you can see it better. You know, I can push this up so you can see the inside, or I can have it this way so you can see the pins. This is just going to be so much better. I am going to take this out of the video because it is taking up a lot of space here. But this is going to be probably in every future video here. This is like just... I was looking for something like this, and I was trying to find one that's not crazy expensive or just too big for my table. So I decided on this. This is actually from Harbor Freight. I believe it was only something like 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that. Really not bad at all. So there you go. That's something that you should definitely invest in. All right, so next, let's go on to these guys. So, anybody know what these are? These are padlock shims. You can make them yourself, say something like a soda can or something, because these are pretty thin metal. But these are super cheap. I decided to get some so I can see, what's the best way to make something like this. And so I got that. So we're gonna put all of these over here, a little bit out of the way. Throw this bag over here, and let's get on to something kind of new that I saw, and it's this guy. This is the Octo Rake from Sparrows again. Like I said, I really love Sparrows. The Octo Rake. This thing is just a little bit different. You can also rake it on both sides here, because they actually have two different kinds of rakes. The Octo Rake specialty tool. It's not like any of the other rakes I have. Very, very cool. And then I have the Medusa. So this one is really cool too. It's something unique because it actually has two peaks here, so you could potentially rake or zip with this, but it also has a pick. So I thought this was really cool. I decided to pick that up as well. And in addition to that, I actually got another pick here. This is actually an offset, I guess, half diamond. It's in 20 thousandths. But I don't have a pick that's this particular shape here, so I decided to pick that up as well. I thought that was really cool. Then I have this little guy here. You know what this is for? Anybody know what this one is? This is pretty cool. Let's see if I can't get one of these guys. Here we go. This is from my previous video. This guy. It's for a tubular lock. So basically, this goes in here, and well, it needs to go this way. This goes in here, and then it's your turning tool. So this allows you to apply pressure to this. That's pretty cool, So I could put that in there and just apply a little bit of pressure. If this was in a vise, I could apply pressure and start pinning it, single pin pinning it with. Obviously, it wouldn't be something like this. I mean, I guess you could. But yeah, instead of using actual tubular lock tool, you can single pin pick these as well. I don't know if you know that, but yes, you can single pin pick a tubular lock. So that's really cool. I said, oh, I need to grab one of those too, since I got some tubular locks that came in. Next, something I've never ever seen before that I thought was extremely interesting is these guys. So these, they claim can open up a padlock, especially a master lock, quicker than you can single pin picking or raking. So I have to do a little more research on these, how they work, but basically you slide them all the way in the back, and there's a little thing there that you hit. Then you slide this one the opposite direction all the way in the back as well, like so. And then there's some kind of, pushing them apart and twisting action. I haven't had a chance to play with these. These just came in, but I thought, oh wow, there was. I'll link the video in the description of how these work. I thought, wow, this is really interesting. I'm curious to see how well they actually work. So I'll leave a link down there. You can see that as well. That's really cool. But I'll obviously be doing a video of all this stuff. I'll be using these in separate videos, and we'll be opening up all the new locks as well. So that's really cool. So then we have jiggler keys. Look at these guys. Jiggler keys are really cool. They these are just, I'm amazed at how well these work. So you got your different ones like for car doors, double-sided, but then you also have some picks in here that you could use instead of going like this. You could go like this and kind of like your rake kind of thing. So single pin. I thought these are really cool. Actually came with this, how to use jigglers. So that's pretty cool. You put them in there. You shake them this way and in and out, or you can combine both of them like this. So that's really cool that it came with this. I thought that, oh, that's really nice. I like this. Actually, let's put this up here. We can put these here, because guess what, guys? We still have more. So let's move on to something that I figured you guys probably don't know about, and if you do, I didn't know if I was going to get this. Because like I said, I got this for single pin picking tubular locks. But here we go. Here's a tubular lock pick. So the way these work, let's pull one of these out here. The way that these work is they have, let's see, they have these little pins. Let's see if I have any right here. Yeah, right here. They have these little guys right here. There's little like flat pieces of metal that go in here, and then you have rubber bands that hold them tightly, and you have this little thing that pushes them all flat. So you want them all to be flat. And then when you're pushing this into the tubular lock, let's grab one real quick. I'm not going to show you how to open it because it's really hard to do that without the vise. But you see this line here, you want to line that up with where the lock is. You push these in, and then you just push them. Just push them, keep pushing them, and twist in and pushing. And as you can see, some of these have gone back because they move with the pins. So some of these have gone back. So as you can see, let's see. This one is pretty far down. So you just push this back up and reset it. Boop. So now they're all set. So it's pretty cool. These work exceptionally well. I have messed with them just quite a little bit, but they will definitely be in a future video. These are just some cheap Huck Pick off-brand stuff here that I found. So I didn't want to go like, you know, $5 ones and they're like all plastic. I found ones that were really cheap. They were all plastic, and they were just, well, they were garbage. So I decided to get some ones. I can't remember if I got them off of Amazon or like Alibaba or something like that, but I did find them relatively cheap. I think that they were like something like 15 bucks, something like that. Not too bad. So then also from Sparrows, I decided, you know what? I'd like to have in these videos taking apart locks as well. So we actually have some pinning mats. There's actually 2 of them here. So we got some pinning mats, so we can have each put the pins here, springs or pins here, put the lock here. I said, oh, okay, that's gonna work really well because it actually sticks to the table really, really well. Like seriously, like I can't move these things. I can pick it up, but like moving them back and forth, they have a nice rubber coating on the back. So that's really awesome. So I decided, hey, you know, let's include that in some of the videos. And in addition to that, I had to get a core follower. This is a resin core follower, so that way you just stick it in the lock. So when you're pushing this out, you can pull the core out, but all the driver pins and springs don't just fling out. So this is definitely a must if you're going to take that stuff apart. And then in addition to that, I decided, you know, I don't have a good pair of tweezers for that, so I decided to get a pair of tweezers from Sparrows as well. These aren't that expensive. They're really nice too. These are really, really nice. And I was looking for ones that have these little curved here so you can actually pick up the pins. So you can pick up the pins, you know, instead of like a pair of flat tweezers, you'd be picking them up with like this, and they slip out. So these actually grip the pins perfectly, and then you can just place them in there like that. And I also needed to get a gut wrench, also from Sparrows, as that's their classic logo there. So this is to take off C-clips and stuff like that. You pretty much have to have this. I mean, you could use a pair of pliers or a screwdriver, but it's just so much harder. With this, you just boop, and it's done. It's pretty easy. I just kind of put this all together in a package. So, you know, this was all together, you know. All right, and then I believe we have one more thing here, and that's these little guys. Anybody know what these are? There's actually a whole nother one here. Hold on. There we go. Fell on the floor. So these are different size. These are shims. These are core shims. So instead of using this, you can actually use these. If something like this just doesn't fit in there, you can actually put this in to like slide them into the core so that the pins don't fall out on the core or on the lock itself. So this looks like one each. There's actually probably like 10 of them in each of these. So that's it. That's gonna do it today. Look at this sprawl of new stuff. Very, very cool. You will absolutely be seeing this stuff in another video, opening new locks, and definitely the vise will be in every single video. If you guys like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. As always, I'll catch you in the next video.